My name's Alastair Mitchell. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Huddle. Huddle is an enterprise collaboration and content management platform in the cloud. We are about 4 years old. Huddle is my third startup, so I guess that makes me a real entrepreneur. The first two were about 10 years ago in the first .com boom, and they both went bust. So this is my third one, and we're doing okay so far. And in between, I had a spell working for a large marketing insight company who do, if you ever shop in a store with a club card, we collected all of that data, and we built a business based on data that we grew to very fast over 3 years to about $60 million. And that business got bought, and I used some of the money from that to start Huddle. So what are we trying to solve? Huddle is it's really about helping people work better together. That's our vision. So myself and a guy called Andy McLaughlin founded it just over 4 years ago. And really all we're trying to do is help people in business to work as easily in the enterprise environment as you can when you go home and you sit on Facebook. That's so easy, right? But why is it when you get into work, the systems you have are just so awful? They're difficult, they're expensive, no one likes using them. And with the cloud and with the new technologies and the social technologies that have evolved over the last 5 years, even big businesses are now realizing that they can give users what they actually want, and technologies they will actually use that are lower cost and popular and will not only make people in their organization happy, but will make them much more successful. And that's really what we're helping people to do. So Huddle's been on a very interesting journey, like any startup. We are a private company, we're venture capital backed. We've raised about $15 million from UK and US VCs. We're lucky enough to work with some amazing investors. And the journey has really been the journey of the social technology in the enterprise. When it first came out 4 or 5 years ago, everyone was saying these technologies are going to transform enterprise technology. They're going to, SaaS, the cloud are all going to transform the way we work. But no one was quite sure how. Over time, people said, we think we want to use them, but it's not secure, or my team are wasting time on Facebook, and I don't really see it as a useful tool, or I still want to stick with my traditional tools from Microsoft or IBM or whatever. And then people started implementing tools like Huddle and finding them very useful and getting a huge amount of benefit from sharing content and getting teams to work together on your phone or on your iPad or outside the organization. And people started slowly adopting them. But we had as a business to figure out, how do we become big fast? How do we grow? Because we're competing against Microsoft. Our biggest competitor is probably SharePoint. And that's a $1.4 billion product. So how do we, as 3 guys in a basement in southeast London, try and compete against Microsoft? So you come up with ideas and business models. We tried freemium, for instance. We tried giving it away for free we had millions of users trying it for free. And that was great to get lots of usage and people loving Huddle and talking about it. So really great for a starting business, but really hard to make money. To grow a business in an enterprise setting that is freemium, you have to get millions and millions and millions of users in the top, and you have to convert some of them, and that's really hard. So we've evolved our business model, and as the market has matured, and now, well, we were talking a minute ago about cloud is now mainstream. It's everywhere. Like if you fly into Heathrow or you go through many of the stations in London, everywhere is cloud. So everyone is talking about what is cloud, and I want cloud in my business, and I want to change my technologies. So all these things have happened. We've grown up and we've become more mature, and we've become more confident, and now we sell on the same level as the big guys. So when you're looking for a solution for collaboration or for content management, you say, I don't want to put it in my servers. I want to give it to my users in the cloud. I want people to use it on my iPad, on my iPhone, on my BlackBerry. I want to make it easy to use. What have I got? Well, I don't want to deploy my old technology. I want to go and look for something new. I find Huddle. It seems to be the best in the market, and I can call you up and buy it. So everything's kind of matured over 4 years. We've learned, we've become more mature, and now we're in a very exciting growth. Well, the first one is do nothing, right? So people, if you are unfortunate enough to work in a very big company, right, you probably use Internet Explorer 6, you probably use Word 2003, and you probably can't use anything. Email is the only tool you can use to work with people outside your business, okay? So that's what most people have to do with, especially if you work in government or a big organization. So the first challenge is being able to get onto the web, find tools like Huddle that are free or that you can use on the web without having to talk to IT. You can try them out, you can invite your co-workers in. So that's the first challenge, is do nothing. But once you've got over that and you've got usage and you're talking to the IT director and saying, look, you've got 1,000 people in your business now using Huddle, then you start to compete against the big guys, right? So the big guys are SharePoint, which is becoming a cloud product. Then you've got other startups like us. So we're not the only ones doing this. There's Box in the US that are doing great. We really know Aaron and the guys pretty well. They're like good friends and competitors at the same time. We're like the European version. And a couple of others, but not many. Because the last 4 years people have grown, and some people have done all right, and some people have stayed around and grown, and it's a big market, and you have to, it's tough to compete in. I think the first thing is obviously product. So everything about Huddle is designed to be friendly and that you want to use it, and that's the first thing. So in software as a service, you live and die by your product, because people can turn it off in a month. They're not locked into a 5-year contract. So if people don't like it, they won't use it. If people like it, as you can see from people like Dropbox and so on that grow huge in the enterprise, then you can buy it. So the first thing is a product that people love, and everything about Huddle we've tried to make as easy to use as possible, from the interface, even the name. People say, I want to get in a Huddle, and they go, oh, I'll set up a Huddle online. It's kind of all about making it friendly and easy to use. So product, you need money, unfortunately, for different reasons. So in consumer software, it's all about getting a very large number of users, because a small number of them will pay for it, or you monetize them through adverts or through other volume-based mechanics. So that's about the number of users, and that costs money often to get. In enterprise, you're less users, but you spend your money on salespeople, on security, on having a service that is, you can't run it on the cheapest servers and platforms. You can't run, for instance, Huddle on Amazon or on cheap cloud computing platforms, because enterprises want to know where is their data and how secure it is. So we have to run our own servers, and that costs money. So you spend your money in different things. So unfortunately, money is always an issue of some form. The third thing is luck, I think. We've been very lucky. We've been very lucky when we started to find a great investor who believed in us at the very beginning. He's now our chairman. And the other investors who've believed in us all the way, and some luck in some of the deals we've done, and so on. And then the fourth thing, I think, is just have a very big vision that people like, and that everyone in the business wants to believe in, and that people follow you and really have an ability to really believe that they want to build a great business with you. It's really exciting. So we just talked about several of the people who are going. It's an amazing list of speakers. But I think there's two reasons. First of all, in London, we're very lucky because we see a lot of technologies from across Europe, and some of the most exciting people and technologies that we see at events like Seed Camp or at the Drink Tank event that Huddle organised last night are from outside the UK. Really exciting, and so it's very cool to be able to go to the place where it's all happening and talk to people who are doing these great things and encourage more people. The second thing is, I think we've always done a lot at Huddle. We believe a lot in not just for profit. So there's no point building a big business if all that's going to happen is a couple of people like our investors are going to get rich. Like we're trying to change the world in the way people work, to make it easier for everyone in business to work together. But we're also trying to help a lot of people to start other businesses. So we do a lot of talking at events, and we run Drink Tank to help other entrepreneurs meet entrepreneurs, and we give away Huddle free to charities. Because if you can start a business, you can do whatever you want. And we said, well, we want to do more than make money. We want to help change the world. So it's great to come and talk at events and maybe meet, if maybe 3 people hear what Huddle has to say and they make a great business because some of the things we've made mistakes on that they don't make a mistake on, then that's been amazing. So it's worth it just for that.